Welcome back to a brand new video, and I'm not dead. I'm here, guys. So I know I promised more consistent content coming out in the future, but high school started up and I got behind. But here I am, guys, and today we're gonna be talking about a new BR called Spellbreak. So this game is actually an incredibly amazing game. It came out on September 3rd for the PS4, Xbox One, PC for free, but it was out before for free. Or it was free, but you had to sign up for like a beta, and then for PS4 it was like $40 or something. So right now you're probably asking the question, what is Spellbreak? Spellbreak is a fantasy RPG elemented BR. So it has like RPG elements that are really beautifully done, like the fighting. But it's actually BR, so it's an amazing game. And I say it's RPG elements because just like a BR or even an online with a only magic oriented combat is just really odd, but they actually did it incredibly well. So over this video I just want you guys to understand the game and get the ropes of the game. I'm obviously not going to go through everything. I'm going to skip some things, but I just want to see if this video will do better than my average Fortnite videos. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video because I'm going to try to cover most of everything. I'm just going to leave out some of the crazy stuff that might be kind of hard to understand, especially with all the spell combos and stuff. But if you guys smash that like button and go into this, I might do it a little bit more. So let's get in this, guys. Gauntlets. I'm talking about every gauntlet, and I'm just going to kind of go through this. So we got Stone. Stone Gauntlet is my #1 gauntlet. It's my go-to gauntlet. It's really good, does high damage, takes about 4 hits with the gray with no shield, or maybe about 3. You hit a ravine. I'm going to show some gameplay up here, so I'm just going to hold out until that happens. So here we go. You saw that boulder. That is my secondary stone. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the mechanics. So in this game, it's like any BR. There's shields, health potions. You can only pick up 2 weapons, and they're both gauntlets, obviously. So right there, you saw me smack the ground. That's the stone. On my left, you can see I have the toxin gauntlet. So the stone's second ability is this boulder. I'm about to throw it down. And then I threw down a toxic cloud, so you can use both gauntlets at once. So the toxic cloud is the poison gauntlet's second ability, and then the boulder is the rock's second ability. So as you can see, I like to use this combo a lot. I use stone and poison just very often because they both have a really nice second ability. So the rock's regular ability, as you can see, it's just like you smack the ground and a ravine happens. There, I hit him with a boulder straight on in midair, and as you can see, you get... Oh, I got shocked by a lightning. So some guy put his lightning secondary on me, and as you can see, there's kind of just some hectic stuff going on. It's a very hectic game. I killed this guy here, but this is where I'm going to skip because it's kind of confusing for new players. But he self-revived himself. So there's an option where you can, before you get in game, that you can self-revive, but I'm not going to get into it. It's like an ability that you can earn, but I don't want to get into it. It's too confusing, so I'm just going to keep it at that. But I did kill him afterward, because after self-revive, you're on like 15 HP. So at this point in the game, there's one more guy. And yeah, oh, we just won. So my teammate just won the game for us. So that was actually a really nice game, and yeah, it showed really good demonstration of different combos with the gauntlets. So in the next clip, we have the same combo, different game, but I'm using rock and poison. So as you can see here, I'm going to hit the ground, and yeah, just that ravine, really high damage, and boom, he's dead. So in this game, when you knock someone, they turn into a ball, and you can't just kill them by using your magic. You have to hold square or E and completely just... It takes a while, so it's actually really nice. If you're knocked, you have a high hope of getting res, because if your teammate's good, he will just get in there before he can completely exile you, and you'll kill them. So I really like that aspect of the game. So my teammate's over here trying to just hold him off while I'm healing, but he's actually weaker than me. And there, he hit me hard, so that was unfortunate. Kind of a bad play on my part, but we eventually do come around. So this is a pretty good player we're going against. I feel like if it was a 1v1, I still could have probably beat him, but he was holding his off on 2 of us. So I give him just respect for that. So there, hit him. So yeah, Rock I would say is the only overpowered gauntlet in the game. But it does have some disadvantages. So I'm not going to get much in that. I'll talk about that next video if this video does well. Okay, so just one more clip of Rock because I'm really passionate about Rock. So I'm just going to show me tracking. So you can see me, I hit this kid a couple times. He's on about 3 HP, I'd guess. And here I see these bolts going this way of fire. So I immediately turned that way because I was assuming he was tracking him. And there, I hit him right in the head with a boulder. That was just a nice play. Next up we have wind. I love wind. Like, I absolutely love the wind and fire combo, and that's what this next clip is going to be. I'm going to be showing how amazing the wind slash fire combo is. And I'm also going to show you the secondary of wind and fire. So here's fire's secondary. It's a wall of flame. And I just completely destroyed that guy right off the bat. Like, he was immediately dead. So I'm spamming wind, and I'm going to hit him a couple times in the air here. So that was just good tracking on my part. And I'm getting hit from the back by a third party, but that's okay because I'm decent health. So I'm just going to chase this guy because I really want this kill. I want the XP. So he's really weak. I'm going to fly up there with my ruin, which we'll get into ruins later, and see an easy kill. It was really clean. Now the third party is coming up on my back. This is just a really nice play because look at what I do. So I throw the wind second ability and the fires, and they mix. So I'm not going to get much into mixing spells right now because that would be really confusing for you if you haven't played the game yet. But you can mix spells. So that was just, I completely blocked him in there where he couldn't get out without getting hit by my fire. And then I'm just completely, it's a good fight here, but he just was trying to use rock and I was using wind, and wind's just way faster, and I just came out on top. I can't really explain much more on that. He could have done it better. So here we got poison. Poison is also an amazing gauntlet. Like I said, I like to use it with rock a lot because the poison cloud, its secondary, just does an amazing job, and you can actually, like I said, I didn't want to get too much into freezing with like frost. I didn't want to talk about spell combining, but you can freeze that poison cloud with frost, and it's actually amazing. Here we're gonna exile him. So I'm doing a kill with like every single gauntlet in this video. Alright, next up, so this is just the first one, the first like the default shot that you can do. It's like a shotgun. It does 4 projectiles. Next up we're talking about fire. So fire is an absolutely beautiful gauntlet. It's amazing. So it's kind of like an RPG, I would say, but I mean, it's not as overpowered. You actually have to be decent to use it because you have to have good tracking. So if you're just one of those people that you don't read people well, I don't recommend this gauntlet, not at all. But if you can read people, you can read where they're going to go, I highly recommend it, especially if you're using wind. It's just a really nice combo. I'm going to talk a little bit right here. I'm going to talk a little bit about like these spell books you can read. And they give you like abilities that'll like mana 80% or something. So here you can see I'm about to read a scroll, and this is scroll of the body. So this is going to upgrade my body talent, and as you see I get the notification. So there's tons of scrolls, and you can upgrade your body, your mind, and I think spirits. So it's actually a really cool part of the game. It's just like another extra thing that you can do. Hit him straight off the bat with the fire. So this guy's actually he's winning at the beginning. See, he's just destroying me. He's using ice and rock. So yeah, I'm just getting clapped right here, but I come out on top on the end just because I was using wind and fire to my advantage, and I was using them in a very good manner. So we have lightning. Lightning, on the other hand, unlike wind, is very fast, but you don't have pauses in between shots. It's just one single shot. It's actually the only gauntlet in the game that you can hold your mana out with one single bolt. And it kind of makes sense, lightning. So it's actually a really nice distanced one. So frost and lightning are the best distancing gauntlets. So I'm just going to explain my gameplay a bit here, my game plan. So here we go. Yeah, we're hitting him with lightning. Yeah, like I said, lightning is the only one that you can just hold. And then I'm using my toxin, which is my first gauntlet. I'm going to get more into the abilities of first gauntlet. Like, you probably don't know what I'm talking about right now, but I'll get into it later. So I'm hitting my shots, like I said, and here. So that's a little bit of spell mixing. I'll just talk about that a little bit. When you throw toxins on fire, it'll change the fire to green, which does a massive amount of damage. So I'm almost dead here. He hit me with his rocks, and I was really thinking this might be game for me, because this guy's actually a pretty decent player. He's holding up against 3 of us, but I'm about to snipe him out of the air with the lightning. And that was just a nice play, because lightning is really hard to do within the air, but if you can control it, it's really nice. So now we got Frost. Frost is actually a pretty amazing gauntlet. You just have to know it. This is the most skill-based gauntlet in the game. It's like a sniper, but it's incredibly hard to heal. Or not heal, sorry. It's incredibly hard to aim with. But if you do master it, it's a really nice gauntlet. You can see like 53 damage with a gray. I mean, that's a 2-shot if you aim in. So it's like a really nice gauntlet, but the time to kill is pretty bad if you're not super good with it. Like me, I was still just beginning right here, so I'm gonna talk about runs now. You probably didn't know what I was talking about. Here we go. Runs. So first off, the first run is the Wolf's Blood. So the Wolf's Blood run is just something you can pick up, and it'll highlight enemies through walls. The second run I'm gonna talk about is the Flight run. So it's probably my third favorite run, and you can just fly away. It's really good if you're weak and you're just trying to get away from your enemy, or just get out of the storm. Next up, we have the Dash run. This is my least favorite run. I mean, just watch this. It's like nothing. Some people like to get on top of an opponent, though. Teleportation run, it's pretty good. I'm not a big fan, though, just because it's kind of hard to aim where you're going. Spring Step, it's a lot like the Dash run. Just kind of pointless. Like, it's good, but there's other runs that do it better. Featherfall run. So this is my second favorite run. You just get mass height, but beware you can get sniped out of the sky with lightning. This is my favorite run, invisibility. It's really nice if you can just get up behind someone, or if you need to heal. It's by far my favorite, but you're gonna have to stay on top of those storm zones because storm moves very fast in this game. Abilities. So this is the complicated part of the game that I'm just gonna talk about a little bit. So if you get to choose what gauntlet you want at the very beginning. You get to spawn at the gauntlet, but you have special abilities that go with that. So Toxin, for instance, if you're using it, you can shoot a toxic pool. Like when it hits the ground, it makes a toxic pool that slows enemies and makes them do damage. But if it's your secondary gauntlet that you pick up, it won't do that. If you're using Rock, you can gain shields by smacking the ground without a belt. So the only way to get shields in this game is if you get a belt, but you can actually get it without a belt if you're using Rock. Wind jumps, you can just shoot at the ground if you're using Wind as your main, the one that you choose at the beginning of the match, and you can put yourself up in the air, and it's actually really effective. And the last one that I'm going to do is you can do ice sliding, so you can shoot the ice if you're using Frost as your main gauntlet, and you can shoot it, and it'll give you a path that you can travel on. And that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.